Thank you, Chairman, sir. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to all the esteemed members of the upper house who have expressed their opinion very candidly about this bill. And I am very happy to learn that all the 100% members have expressed their deep sense of appreciation for Ayurveda, its usefulness for the society, for dealing with diseases and for strengthening healthcare systems of the world. I will not like to repeat what has been said by others, but we all know that Ayurveda is an ancient most system of medicine in our country, and there is so much of traditional ancient wisdom attached to it. There is so much of description about it in the Vedic scriptures and more particularly in the Atharvaveda, so much so that Ayurveda is sometimes called as an offshoot of Atharvaveda. Like all of you, in spite of being a doctor of modern system of medicine, I can say with utmost certainty that I am a very, very strong supporter of Ayurveda and all the Indian systems of medicine. And at many times, I personally also practice these systems. And it is not only me, but our whole government, led by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, is a very, very strong supporter of promoting Indian systems of medicine, to the extent that in 2014, if I can recall a couple of decisions in the first 6 months, two important decisions I recall. First is the creation of the National Ayush Mission in 2014 by the government, inspired by our Prime Minister. And then the Prime Minister himself took the initiative of converting the Department of Indian Systems of Medicine into a full-fledged ministry. So as far as Ayurveda and the Indian systems of medicine are concerned, this government is in full sync with the sentiments of the upper house. Then, sir, some of the apprehensions, I fully endorse each and every word that has been spoken about Ayurveda. I fully welcome each and every good suggestion, new suggestion that has been given. On many of these suggestions, already the government has been working very fast. For example, the Ministry of Ayush has already initiated steps to grant deemed university status under de novo category to all national institutes in the country under its control. The proposals are being submitted to the Ministry of Education and UGC. Then about what Dr. Subhash Chandra said, I'll just mention a couple of things only because you have just given me 10 minutes. Government has approved rupees 4,000 crores project under the Atmanirbhar Bharat for cultivation of medicinal plants and supplementing the income of farmers. It will also ensure the availability of raw material for the Ayush sector. I recall when I used to work for the World Health Organization 2 decades back, one of the former regional directors of WHO, Dr. Wooton, who is no more in this world, he spent the last 2 years of his life in the office in New Delhi, the Southeast Asia regional office, writing a book. He himself was a doctor of modern system of medicine, but he wrote a book on the role of Ayurveda for the modern world. And right now, Ayurveda and our Indian systems are appreciated and recognized by the World Health Organization also. Now the issue, sir, regarding this bill is that most of the people have expressed this apprehension that why have you chosen the Jamnagar institutions for giving a status of institution of national importance. I would not like to say that this is the only institution in the country. Like all of you have mentioned so many good institutions in Kerala and various other places in India. We have huge amount of respect for the working and the capability and the potential of those institutions.
Okay.
But sir, I have to, even at the cost of repetition, I have to remind some of the members that right now there are 103 institutions of national importance in the country, but there is not even one from Ayurveda, which is a institution of national importance. And this institution, where three big institutions have combined together to make this institution in the Jamnagar University, has been chosen not selectively. It is not a bias, or it is not on any empirical or any arbitrary basis, but it has been chosen in the most objective manner, sir. This is the oldest institution created by the Government of India in 1956. This is the only collaborating center for WHO in the whole world for India in Ayurveda. As I said yesterday also, that in the last 20 years, students from 65 countries, sir, have come to this place, and it has
Please, doctor.
30 MOUs signed with different countries. Sir, on every parameter, we can most objectively certify and say that right now this is probably the number one institution which deserves this status. I can only say, sir, that it is a very humble beginning. Other institutions in the country, when they further upgrade themselves to the research standards that are required, to the standards of teaching that are required, not that they are already not doing it, but the National Ayush Mission was created to support all of them, and the government is already supporting many such institutions in the country, and it also already has the intention to strengthen this aspect all over the country. So I'm sure once we make this humble beginning with one institution, which will catch the attention of the international community also because of the work that it is already doing, which has got international recognition in so many fields, this will make a very good beginning for other institutions to grow up in their stature, so that they can later on in future be considered by the Parliament for giving the stature.
Thank you very much, Harshavardhan ji.